Hey folks, welcome back to SeaBATTLE 4. I am one of your fellow TOs, Saf or Safiria, whatever name that you want to prefer. But we are finally in grand finals here at SeaBATTLE 4. Make some noise! Wonderful. It's been quite the gauntlet here in event today, but we've been having an absolute blast, and I want to tell you guys about our fellow folks that are going to be trying to look for the first place spot today. On the Alpha team, coming all the way from the desert, from land to sea, we have PICO de Gallo, your favorite table snack with your chips. On PICO de Gallo, we have Funky Evie. We have them coming from us, from the red sun. We have Nico! Don't look too far into the sun because he might blind you with this kindness. It's Shiny Pikmin! Riding his steed, it's the coast of Sunset Surge, Pepe! And in the Bravo corner, the deepest depths of the dwellers, it's Fish! On the side of Fish, a small legendary Pokemon, but not quite the name that you would think of. It's Kamui or Manaphy! By their side is actually somebody we've seen on this podium before, our SeaBATTLE 2 winner with Sea Glass. It's Clona! And on the third station spot, it's not one, not two, not three, certainly not four. Put all your digits up, it's 5! And finally, to round out our deepest ocean swimmers, it's not a Lapras, something better, it's Lappy! Let's dive right into it, folks. Grand Finals is coming up in a little bit.
What?
Fusion, I don't know if you saw that, but that announcer was pretty cool, man.
That was pretty cool.
That was really cool. I mean, what a...
Did we have that on stream?
I don't know.
I don't even know. I don't think we did.
I don't think it was. I think it kind of just happened. I feel like our broadcast got hijacked, and then suddenly there was this person with like glasses on. Like I don't know. I don't wear glasses.
They had a
so
fake mustache and
yeah,
a top hat.
and a top hat. They had no. You know what they had? They had one of those like designs. The disguise with the nose in the They were wearing one of those. We couldn't tell what they were doing. Anyways, Saf and Fusion here. You know us. You know what's up. You know what's going on. Grand Finals is here.
I hope you do, because we don't know what's up.
Yeah, sometimes we don't know what's going on either. Grand Finals coming in hot here at SeaBATTLE 4. We're excited. We're hyped. We're jazzed. Are you jazzed? Fusion, I'm jazzed.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm jazzed.
I'm excited. I'm really happy to see Fish make it all the way to Grands. There are a lot of players that I that I my voice. Oh my! I'm not even screaming or comment. This is what a day does to you. There are a lot of players that I like and respect.
I see. Well, yeah. So the thing about it is this, is you have two very, very strong competitors. You have people that have been on the podium for SeaBATTLE in the past, coming to try to make the podium again. And we're going to waste no time. They're actually ready to go. So grand finals of SeaBATTLE 4 is now going to be underway here. Opening up on ship shape, on tower control. Once again, take a peek. I would expect Eevee to be on that carbon roller. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
Stick to the formula.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the players that Eevee's with certainly can enable Eevee to play that carbon roller, especially considering all the paints. Just Splash Neo, Pencil, Shot has pretty sufficient paint too. This is a prime environment for Eevee to go absolutely bonkers here. Looking for picks here. They're able to find one onto that Pencil. 3 down, wipe already. PICO de Gallo opening this game strong, starting out for that towards that first checkpoint, and Shiny on the aggressive. A very aggressive Pencil looking for an opportunity to break Fish's defenses.
See, Fusion, I was under the impression that we were like smack dab in the middle of winter here in Seattle, but not so much for PICO de Gallo, because they are turning up the heat here as that first checkpoint toppled almost immediately. We're on our way to the second one, and the offense has not collapsed in just yet. I mean, they did lose Pepe there. They now do lose Eevee, but I think that this was a battle of wits in a close combat fight. However, PICO de Gallo is still on top with all of their members now being back in the fray and respawning, and they're not going to overextend themselves here too much. They're trying to throw in some tri-strikes to maybe clear the way, looking to give Eevee some space to work with to try to fight, and they are still going to suspend the tower at the 38, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Eevee just getting all the way into spawn, that Ninja Squid enabling to move all the way in, finding two, finding a third. Oh my god, absolutely demolishing that fish dinner, taking out 3 members, not able to find a fourth, but who needs one? The game is over. PICO de Gallo ending game 1 in a jiffy.
See, the thing is, I didn't see fish on the menu here in Gameworks. I mean, I ordered food earlier, you ordered food earlier. There was nothing of the seafood variety except for shrimp. We did see the shrimp, but we got to see shrimp earlier in the competition. So that was on the menu. That did make it in, but no fish really to be found here. So PICO de Gallo absolutely feasted. They had, what's it called? Ceviche, if you will.
Yeah, only pretzels on the menu here. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No, that's
They're
okay.
gigantic.
Bread.
Carbs. It keeps you going.
It does. You need
but
good.
Fish are delicious. So I can't blame PICO de Gallo here.
I can't either. And I mean, based on how Eevee was feeling, they were pretty starved. And clearly PICO de Gallo is not enough to satiate the hunger strike that Eevee's been going on to make themselves comfortable in grand finals here. So a very, very decisive game 1 here for PICO de Gallo. We're looking ahead to Museum de Alfonsino on Clam Blitz, which we did get to see a little bit earlier already. But we're back again here for the grand finals match. And again, somebody like Pepe, who has so much experience using the shot and Trizooka at that. I mean, a lot of people are like, okay, Trizooka's busted, this and that. But it's like Pepe consistently is somebody that can make the shot from far away. They're at the 3-point line. We were talking about people being at the free throw line. Pepe is consistently making these shots from the 3-point line or half court. And they're not afraid to do it, and they are very good at calculating where that shot is going to land to try to find its mark.
Yeah, I mean, that match was pretty brutal. We saw kind of the tag team of Eevee and Pepe just getting up into Fish's spawn, and I think that honestly, Fish just wasn't really aware of it. I think that they need to be more wary of that Ninja Squid coming out from Eevee. There were some open trails that ended up going into the spawn that they just were not able to cover, and I trust that they're going to make some adaptations this game to at least be a little bit more prepared for it. Eevee actually going over to the Decavitator here while Kalana swaps off of that Decavitator. In my experience, Eevee tends to do that on maps where Carbon is not his favorite. interesting swap off the decav coming out here from Kalana. That extra range on the Splatana Stamper, though, is going to be very useful, as actually Fish is going to be the team that opens out this game strong. 2 picks coming out, finding a third, 3 members down. The strikes end up going off. Some claims online for Fish. They don't quite have that basket area open just yet. Not able to find it, but a second one. That quick charge slash is going to be very useful. Here comes that Zipcaster right into the loving arms of, I believe, that was Pepe and Shiny. And my goodness, despite this incredible start coming out from Fish, Pico de Gallo was just back on their feet very quickly.
Yeah, they're quick to jump in once the offense gets toppled. It seems like they lose 1, they lose 2, immediately Pico de Gallo is like sharks. They're here to collapse and they're here to take the fight to them. They're not going to waste any time, and they want to close that gap. So with that wipeout, it puts us back into a neutral game. That's actually the Zipcaster getting taken out. That's huge. Pepe is a glutton for safety so far in this matchup here, and the economy is booming currently for Pico de Gallo. Again, no power clam online for them yet. We're seeing kind of a flip of the script here. Pepe's trying to get in a good position to allow their teammates to try to push forward here, and the first basket pop is going to be Pico de Gallo.
Yeah, there comes that Zuka out onto the top left where Lappy was waiting, but not able to take out the crab tank. The clam goes into the basket, so Pico de Gallo does take that opening lead, but does not get the extra picks they were looking for. So respectable push, but Fish still on their feet this game, not letting it get out of control just yet. The sword battle, Eevee is going to win, and Pico de Gallo still looking strong in the middle of the map. Eevee looking for more, and Lappy kind of gets singled out there, but thankfully Five's able to back up Lappy, keep Fish alive and kicking, or what do Fish do?
Slapping their tail fin.
Yes, slapping their tail fin.
So a fish out of water is no good, and currently that's what it's kind of looking like for Fish at the moment here. I mean, they have the power clams in possession, but they're not quite finding the ground to work with, and/or the stream, if you will. It's looking a little dry. The creek bed is looking a little dry right now for Fish. However, that could change. There could be a change in the weather, a break in the clouds as Pico de Gallo loses 3 members and looking to try to respawn back in, but it's not going to be enough time for Fish to get something cooking. As you can see, Klana was jumping into the tiger's mouth and unfortunately lost their life there, and Pico de Gallo is wasting no time in trying to take full advantage of that. The tri-strikes are out, a power clam is in possession. They're looking to try to take this platform.
Yeah, excellent crab tank coming out there from Lappy, able to single out 1 member, looking for more. It's going to be Pepe stuck on that left side. Lappy wins that battle as well. Some nice footwork coming out. Fish still hanging on, staying in this game. 3 members alive there. They have control of that top mid, which is oh so important. Nico able to find a pick. It looks for even more, but actually a trade goes back the other direction. So Fish, despite losing their ground, is not totally dead in mid, but a respawn. And coming at that right side is Eevee, who's able to set up that bubble. Very nice job coming from that off angle. They have yet to do that this game. So it was very good. You know, Fish wasn't expecting it. The words are failing me at a time like this. Pepe being so aggressive. I mean, the better the player you see, the more they stand on top of the spinner there. And Pepe moving forward, finds a pick. The basket gets open. Pico de Gallo looking for more, but it seems like just this penalty and a little bit extra, little bit of change are going to come online for Pico de Gallo as Nico finds themselves between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, and unfortunately with Nico, that is going to be closing out that second push from Pico de Gallo down to the 50 mark with 16 points in their way of eliminating that penalty. This is going to be Fish's time to respond. Klana, though, not finding any sort of value with that Zipcaster, unfortunately. And it seems to me that Fish is kind of struggling with getting some paint down on the floor. A kind of huge fight happening over on the right side there, but now finally Pico de Gallo is on the back foot in the wipeout position. They are scrambling to get back onto this platform as Fish is starting to collapse in. The tide is in their favor, and high tide is coming for Pico de Gallo. Lappy on that crab tank was going to be really advantageous there, but the folks at Pico de Gallo were able to back off, and already that's the offense toppling again. Lappy is forced to retreat.
Oh no. Right into the loving arms of Eevee. You saw Eevee just sitting on top mid, holding that charge, waiting. Like, I know you're going to pop up either here or somewhere else. They turn around and are able to just dash onto the plat, find a pick. Pico de Gallo gets that basket in again. 1 second left on the timer, and that extra clamp is going to find its way through that little sneaky over there. That is game 2 going to Pico de Gallo. They're looking super hot.
Do you think? I feel like if you were one of the Lils, like, you know how there's a lot of, like, Lil rappers? I feel like you'd be a little sneaky.
Like Lil Rice.
Yeah, like our friend Lil Rice, who did win the raffle.
That's true.
They won the raffle earlier, so that was pretty cool.
Congratulations.
Fusion made that. Fusion made that sample. Fusion made these. I have to mention it every time we're on mic together. Fusion made this with their bare hands. The hands of a bear.
The hands of a bear.
They did it.
And the highly advanced computer beyond human understanding.
That's a really advanced tech. You don't even have thumbs. They don't have thumbs. Bare hands.
I know.
That's hard. That must be hard for you.
It was.
It was. I can imagine. Okay, so listen. That fish is down, but they are certainly not out, okay? Pico de Gallo was pretty quick to follow up whenever they found the opportunity to do so. However, I mean, Fish was not wasting any time on trying to get, like, clams in their economy, shoving their pockets full, trying to go in and see what they could work with. However, consistently, Pico de Gallo was there to pick them off one by one and just completely shatter whatever that they were trying to do. So maybe with something like Undertow Spillway, I mean, Clam Blitz is just such a robust game mode because for me, it's like anything can happen and anything could work. But I feel like there's so much more of a formula with our next 3 game modes that you see at the top of the screen there. It's a really set pace in the game. I mean, except for Rainmaker. Obviously, Rainmaker, you can topple the whole thing in seconds. But again, we find ourselves at Undertow Spillway. We find ourselves in a spot where there's a lot of obstacles. There's a lot of, like, little nooks and crannies, little sneakies. There's a lot of little sneakies. And I mean, it's always the left-hand side that seems to be the most challenging, the right-hand side always being the most advantageous if you are in a really good scenario with having more players up. But I think, again, I'm curious with how Pico de Gallo has been playing because Shiny also has been playing really far back. They haven't been really extending themselves. They've been pushing into the basket when they can, when the basket was open last time. So I'm wondering how they're going to redirect here. And, I mean, maybe Wellstring could be the answer.
Yeah, that's going to provide a lot of paint. Very interesting, actually, going with the Wavebreaker variant. You don't see that, I feel like, too much. I feel like people like the Hammer just as a kind of a self-defense measure. I was actually going to point out that kind of the battle of the backlines, I was expecting it to be 2 pencils, but the Wellstring is going to mean that Fish is going to have an easier time. 5 on that pencil can really get a lot of leverage at a just flat open space, and it is indeed going to be an early advantage for Fish. Here comes that Rainmaker on the left side. They have an opportunity to go for the pedestal. Are they going to be able to stop it in time? No, they're not. Eevee is not going to be able to make it. 5 gets that dunk. Huge early advantage for Fish. They have an opportunity to go the other direction and go up the ramp.
I've heard
for quick points if Pico de Gallo isn't ready, and this is a big turnaround. Yeah, we haven't seen Fish really make this much mileage onto Pico de Gallo so far this set.
Well, okay, so I've heard, there's a saying that I've heard, and it actually comes from a fish I've seen in a movie once, and it's just keep swimming. And that's exactly what 5 did in order to topple that checkpoint. Like you said, we have not really seen too much coming out from Fish quite yet, and I don't know, Fusion, once again, I think it might be a little bit of a scorcher here because that creek bed has all but been flowing. It has dried up, and the checkpoint just as quickly has been toppled by Pico de Gallo. And Shiny just wants to be a little greedy and grab a couple more points to shove in their pockets there, down to the 46 mark. But very narrow lead at best because, I mean, within this little walkway here on Undertow Spillway, that's where the remaining points are going to be, and it's a very short distance to that final check.
Yeah, Fish has been swimming upstream to spawn, and they need to be getting the picks and going towards that enemy spawn. Eevee doing some damage. They were not aware he was sharking around there, looking for an opportunity to move in. Not the heaviest painting weapon, so they're going to have to wait. Chill for their team. 2 members on Fish go down. That's absolutely huge. That was from that Zuka, I believe. Taking the long way. Nico coming around that left side, looking for a dunk. Takes it all the way to 11. Not enough just yet, but 3 members of Pico de Gallo are still up. Shiny on that Wellstring is going to get that Rainmaker. Go for the dunk.
Whoa.
They get taken out. Pico de Gallo still alive. There's 2 members. Oh, and the pop gets a couple picks, and Nico's going to dunk it. That is game 3 going.
Okay, you see, I'm glad that we asked the server, we asked the waiter for more PICO because we were running low at the table. We were running really low at the table. We were running dangerously low. In fact, the server had to double back twice at the final pedestal and then really ask us if we wanted more. So that is Pico de Gallo taking the third set. And I believe we are in a best of 7 here at Grand Finals at SeaBATTLE this time around. So that's 3 games. They're looking in for the 4th. That'll put them at match point, a really advantageous spot for Pico de Gallo to be. And a raging river swim for Fish to try to follow up and come back.
Yeah, they've got man-made dams and no fish
the
tunnels.
Worst.
No fish tubes.
And the microplastics. They have a lot of they have a lot of unpassable barriers. There's a lot of culverts that are unpassable for fish right now, which you don't want. You don't want a fish barrier. That's unhealthy. And luckily here in the beautiful, lovely state of Washington, a lot of that's actually changing. A lot of those culverts are being removed to be a fish passable barrier. And I really want to say the same for fish. We're looking for the same thing for fish, and I'm sure they're looking for it too.
Yeah, they absolutely, they definitely looked better towards the start of that game. They were able to get a little bit of traction onto Pico de Gallo. I mean, a very, very high-level group of players there on that left side. And, you know, they're having a real hard time, I think, with Eevee in particular. You find very few players that are able to really get that extra mileage out of like roller without kind of just giving themselves away and like, you know, taking the most obvious swim like with Ninja Squid just straight in your direction. Eevee manages to kind of slip in quite a bit, and you know, the rest of the team able to kind of just rally off of that and use the positioning to continue gaining points is huge. We're back on zones.
I have heard that with a little help from a water stone that an Eevee can actually be semi-aquatic.
This is true.
And so I'm wondering if that's maybe the direction that they're going for, because as an Eevee, you have so many paths in life to take, and maybe the aquatic route is what they're thinking.
That's true.
However, they're playing with people from the desert here, so could it be a Firestone? I mean, who's to say? But either way, Mako Mart splat zones here with opening statements being made. Nobody's taken the zone just quite yet, and actually it's a pretty back-and-forth battle for it, but finally that's going to be Pico de Gallo staking their flag.
Yes, it is, but still, battle in mid is... I'm shocked the zone hasn't flipped yet. After 2 members of Fish go down, Pico de Gallo still not able to cap, and Fish is going to be able to respawn, get back in this time. Oh, no! Lining up the collateral there. Very nice shot coming out from, I believe that was Pepe. Eevee now moving up, super aggressive under the ledge on that left side, looking for picks, trying to put this set away. The Zipcaster recall is just sitting there. They're not going to be able to defend it. The strikes are going to come out on the zone, but no one's there to support it. So now Fish struggling, floundering on land. What are they going to do? Time is ticking down. Pico de Gallo up into their spawn.
It's really tough to be a fish out of water. But Pico de Gallo are no strangers to land, as still now 30 unit points left remaining. There hasn't really been much headway on the zone for Fish. They've consistently found themselves in a disadvantaged situation. And they haven't really had all members up and alive for very long, unfortunately, in this game. But, I mean, Pico de Gallo is just absolutely toppling any sort of offense to be had here with only a few more points remaining. There's a lot of time left, but that's going to be a big penalty and advantage for Fish to try to stay in the game.
Yeah, Lappy being behind them, forcing Pico de Gallo to turn around, gives Fish some time to build those strikes, move in as a team, and at least get the cap, if not a victory in the fight. The Zipcaster, that's exactly what you have to do. Nico knows exactly how to use it. You can't really zip at players who know you're coming. You got to take the long way and surprise them. So Pico de Gallo now has a large penalty online. Once again, Eevee returning to his stomping grounds, sharking on that left side, looking for a way in. Zipcaster, Zipcaster, Ninja Squid, gotta be aware, Eevee still now actually behind the entirety of the team. This is a bit of a confusing situation. Yeah, the Zipcaster from behind, Nico's behind. They don't know, they have no idea. Kalana zipcasting, but the moment Kalana recalls, it's not even gonna need to happen. Shiny gets the pick onto that Zipcaster, and now things are looking dire.
I am clutching my pearls right now because Eevee is still alive on that left-hand side. Nobody has removed Eevee from the equation just yet, and they are okay. They were here to stay. However, that is still 3 members of Fish going down. It's still not much time, but they reinitiated that penalty for Pico de Gallo. So Pico de Gallo once again getting knocked off the hill and having to walk back up the hill in somewhat icy conditions.
Yeah. Hope they have those boot pleat things.
Micro spikes.
Micro spikes?
Yak tracks.
Whoa.
Snowshoes. Okay, I'm out of words for that. Yeah, I'm out.
Well, let's see if they can use them to get that traction on the zone. They keep flipping it, but they haven't quite won that fight just yet. There's still members up. Shiny is just being a beacon for their team, sitting on that stack. Shiny has stayed up very consistently here. Now both members, 2 members of Pico de Gallo, are trying to use that little squid surge to get up onto that high ground. The zone keeps flipping back relatively neutrally, but Pico de Gallo has come out on top of like pretty much all of these fights. Kalana on that left side fighting a battle versus 3 players. We're again in dire straits here.
Okay, but still, finally, again, 3rd time's the charm. Pico de Gallo has eliminated most of their penalty, and a 3-member down scenario and into the wipeout. That is Pico de Gallo all the way down right there. But you know what? That made it hard. Yeah. I think Fish this time really made it a challenge.
Fish, a group of I think very like talented players, but Pico de Gallo just absolute titans. We got Shiny on Monsoon, Triggerfish Zone Supremacies, Pepe, Healthy Diets, Healthy Diets, Eevee. And is Nico also on Monsoon? It may be, but they used to be on Red Sun.
They used to be, yeah.
So extremely strong players. And Fish, I think they're a group of very, underrated players who you don't see too often. Mm-hmm. And they did an incredible job outplacing their seed, placing on the podium. They're going to be going home with that 2nd place prize. Congratulations to Pico de Gallo, though. Super strong team. Visiting all the way, 2 players visiting all the way from Arizona. We're super grateful to have them. And yeah, it's been a super fun event. We're very happy with how this event went.
Put her there, pal. Okay.
That
works.
It's so hard to try and shake hands like flat when you're like you're like try to shake hands like this.
That's the most forward you've ever been with me. You like stab your chest. I felt like I stabbed your chest.
I like pulled your hand and went like this. I'm sorry.
No, I just wasn't expecting it. That was funny. Okay, but listen, folks, Pico de Gallo are your SeaBATTLE 4 champions. Congratulations. We appreciate you watching back at home. But listen, we are going to have the winners come and sit on the couch for the medal and award ceremony. So don't go anywhere just yet because we are going to be presenting our winners here on the stream, here on the nice big black comfy Gameworks couch. Yeah. So don't go anywhere. SeaBATTLE 4 is still going on. We'll see you in a little bit.
Saf has all the medals. She's the only winner.
I'm the winner. I win. Me. I don't care. I win. I win. No, Saf has wind. I'm drowning in metal. I'm rich in mineral. Rich in resources.
What is that? Polylactic acid. Polylactic acid, something like that.
Something like that. They're still looking at us. The stream is still looking at us. We're waiting for the winners to get lined up here so that we can do the award ceremony. So again, don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to be having our folks coming in. We're going to start with 3rd place and then work our way from left to right, going up to the 1st place winners. So, yeah, that's it. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. You want to see this. You want to be here for this. Actually, you guys want to be on this couch. You wish that you could sit on this couch.
It's pretty comfy.
It is pretty comfy. I like this. I like this a lot. I feel like our commentators also were really big fans of this.
Yeah, I think, given couch commentary vibes is fun. I mean, I don't know if I'm the best couch commentator, but like we're commentating on a couch.
That's not.
And
No, listen.
I think that counts as you know.
I clutch my buddy to tell you this, that you are a good commentator and you are a good couch commentator. You are cozy, you are comfortable.
But you're a better couch commentator.
No. I just like to be silly, goofy, and have fun. What? Okay. Okay, I guess we're giving out the medals. We're giving out the medals.
I guess, and a question mark?
Okay.
Come on, guys.
I did. I win.
All right.
Ah!
Okay, here, take them off for a sec. Can you?
I have to take this off first.
Actually, do you want to do the give them out and stuff? Here. Ah!
I'm super angry.
We're actually going to only award one winner by a raffle.
Okay. Every single winner gets put into a round. It's okay. Let's just stop it. I'll take the movie out of the way. Okay. You want me to announce it?
Sure.
Do it. You want to hand them out? Okay. But you hand them out. In third place.
No, wait.
So you can hear me if I'm like this.
You give them.
That's really fun. Okay. Okay, fine. But are you put them, okay. They can hear me. I'm talking in this. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay. Okay, we're ready for you now.
In third place,
Let's get out of the way.
aquatic landlord.
Yeah! We have Ike, we have Kronos, we have Nerd, and we have Matt Reversed. Aquatic Landguard. Oh, you're tied together.
Okay, well,
You're tied together.
there you go.
Okay. Will you sit? Yeah!
In second place for the silver medal, we have Fish.
Swimming all the way from the ocean to the top of the riverbank. It's Fish. With Manaphy, Klana, 5, and Lappy. In your hand? Oh. Give it up for Fish.
And the last announcement of the evening, coming in first place for the gold medal, many of them their first time at SeaBATTLE. We have PICO de Gallo.
Woohoo! Spanning from river, spanning from the sea, spanning from the desert. Pico de Gallo, your favorite condiment with your chips.
SeaBATTLE win. SeaBATTLE win.
Woohoo!
Sunset surge. Sunset surge.
Once again, folks, we thank you so much for joining us here at SeaBATTLE for tonight. Again, my name is Saf. I've been joined by Fusion on the mic, my fellow TO, Satan, and Tokapa here running the show with me, and our friends on the production desk as well. We appreciate you. We love you. Safe travels to the folks that are going home from here tonight. Wherever you are, if it's morning, afternoon, and evening, stay safe, rest up, and we'll see you next time.